I was with my dad, and I thought I was gonna be bored because sitting there in the doctor's office watching him go from room to room, from patient to patient. I thought I was gonna be bored.
I'm Malcolm Harris, 18 years old, recent graduate of Cass Syndical High School. I'm the director, her co-director, co-writer, and I'm also acting in the show Junior.
My name is Devin Laster. I am 24. Make me feel old. I am a graduate of Cass Tech as well, some years ago. And I co-wrote and co-directed and also starring in Junior, which is initially Malcolm's project that he introduced to me some months ago. So we started working together on it.
I realized, because I'm very new to writing, so I was writing for the show, and I just kept finding myself getting stumped. Like, I work better with a partner, like I need the other person's energy to feed off of to make better projects. And I was talking with Devin one day, and he showed me this monologue that he wrote, and I was like, wow, it's really good. He's like, oh yeah, I kind of write. I was like, you kind of write. And it related to what I was writing about, and so it kind of just worked out perfectly that he'd be this amazing writer. He wrote a monologue about a father, and I was like, I'm doing this. Would you mind? He was like,
I forgot that's how it started.
Yeah. And then he jumped on board, and it became a collab. First it was just co-writer, and then the closer we got, I was like, oh, you think the same way I do. We act the same way, so we both, have the same direction. It's very seldom that you find someone that kind of thinks the way you do, and you can both have the same project and kind of have the same ideas. And so I was like, why not be my co-director as well? And so, yeah. So the way Junior came about, first of all, I was talking with a group of friends, and we were talking about our dads and the relationships that we have with them or lack thereof. And I found it very strange that like out of all my friends, only 2 of them live with their fathers and actually have day-to-day relationships with them. And I thought that was really sad. And then I was talking with other friends, and it just came about. And I was like, these stories of kids and their fathers, no one really knows about, because I believe as young men we are brought up to believe that don't show any emotions, real men don't cry, so we keep all that stuff bottled inside. And these stories are real, and I feel like they need to be told somehow. And so I thought it'd be a cool idea to make a play about it, because I'm an actor and I've always wanted to write my own show, so it came up like that, and I was like, I'm gonna call it Junior. And so it's just a collective group of monologues and scenes of different real life real life stories, true stories, and some are inspired by true stories, just together in a big, lovely mashup.
I think the relationship between a son and father, or the non-relationship between a son and father, is a very interesting, intriguing situation to have, because I think every man has that, some type of relationship that's not even normal, so to speak. And I think it's also a story that isn't often shared or told. Whether it's something that's very good, something that's just completely strange, something that's downright nasty, whatever it could be, I think it's something that's hidden a lot. And for these stories and monologues to come from real places, I think it means a lot to share those types of stories with everyone, and let that be known at the top of the show that this is some real stuff here, and people could think, oh, well, that was entertaining, but is it really like that with certain males? And it really is.
Even auditioning for the show, one of the people that was auditioning, we would give them all the monologues, and you could pick which ones you wanted, or pick which scenes we would choose, whatnot. And one of the actors, he's not in the show, but I asked him, why did you want to pick this monologue? And he said, because it's just like me and my dad. And in no way, shape, or form was that monologue written for him or anything. It was actually my personal story. And for my own personal story to affect someone else in that way, that they were able to connect with it, it was an amazing feeling. And so if it can fit with him, I know it can fit with a bunch of other kids. It makes me appreciate my father more. Even he lives in Atlanta. I don't see him often. Don't really talk. But even just writing about someone else's and their traumatic experience, or just seeing it makes me appreciate it's not all good, but it's not all bad. You know, it could always be worse, and it just makes me appreciate the little relationship that I do have with my dad.
It made me understand a lot more than I did. I've actually been living with my father for the past 2 months or so, which is the first time I've lived with him and spent this much time with him since I can remember, literally. And the writing I was doing, I thought was creative and something that was catching in a way, and I didn't realize that subconsciously on a level, a part of me is in every character that I wrote for this piece, every single one of them, the monologues and the scenes. And it just made me open my eyes and see things on a different level as I'm growing and becoming, my own self.
The way we set it up, the way the theater's set up, there's a lot of different entrances and exit points, and we would like to use all of them as much as we can. And so there's, people come from behind the audience, in the audience, or whatnot, through the curtains. And so he comes from behind the audience as if he's a member of the audience. And then he's interacting with the audience as if they're his peers and the students. And so the whole show is very interactive with the audience. We try to make them feel as if they're there, a part of this situation.
The piece is called My Dad is My Hero. It's a piece that I wrote, I forgot when. And so when he comes on the stage, he's basically coming from the classroom setting with his friends, as Malcolm just said. And all right, come on, chill. That's his personality. He's a class clown type of character, until things get pretty serious, without him intending for it to be. And Miss Johnson is this professor, and they have this career day thing, and he kind of blew it off, but he figured he'll just pick his father since he had this experience with him. But in recapping the experience he had, seeing his father in action, in work, it gets him a little emotional, and starts to realize how big his father is to him, how much his father provides for him, just in that moment in front of all of his students.
My first thought, my first reaction was, when you're not being an amazing father, you're out here saving lives. And ladies and gentlemen, my dad, he doesn't just give me everything I want. He gives me everything I need, anything I can think of, from my mother, my brother, I'm sorry, sorry, excuse me. That moment, I noticed that my dad isn't just an amazing father, he's an amazing man. He's an amazing man. So, doing that piece, it was kind of connect, because my dad is somewhat of my hero, because even though I'm not around him a lot, he's still there for me, in a way.
The date of the show is November 2nd. The times are 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. Tickets are $10. The location is 1401 Broadway. It's the YMCA Marlene Boll Theater. It's right when you go in.
What's the name of the theater?
Marlene Boll.
Okay.
Marlene Boll Theater is the name of the family that actually built the YMCA, so I think. And so, right, as soon as you walk into the nice, beautiful YMCA downtown, look to your right, and the theater's right there.
It seats how many?
It seats 160. So in two shows.
162?
160. That's what
I thought it was 162.
Who told you that?
I don't know.
All right.
Okay.
So 160. It seats 160. It's very nice.